Afternoon, guys. Corley, the end of our historic FA Cup run. Great effort to get where we have, but a bit too far today for to go any further. What's your thoughts on how the game unfolded?
Yeah, I'm first of all, I'm just so proud of the club, the fans, the players, the squad, the management team. It's been one hell of a run this year. There's no way I'm going to pick out individuals for mistakes today. It was just a real gulf in quality. They've done phenomenal to beat three Step 3 clubs on the journey. It's been a brilliant journey in the FA Cup. The aim at the start of the year was to be a lot better than we was last year, losing in the first round. But we've set the team up today tactically in the first half, and it didn't quite work. I thought we was a little bit nervy early in the game, which again is acceptable. We've got a lot of young players that have never played against this level of team before, and we've come against a team and a coach and a manager that tactically is very astute. And they play really good football, and you've got to hold your hands up sometimes and say that although we gave away some sloppy goals and we were nervy early on, they were a very, very good side, well organised, and you can see the difference in full-time football and part-time football really today, and the tactical understanding of their management team and the individual players. So it's been a great run. I've got nothing but positives to say about everything in terms of the FA Cup, the squad, and as I say, for me, I know Matt will touch on it as well, but the fans today were absolutely unbelievable. To be 5-0 down early in the game and they were still noisier than a home ground, it turned it into a home game again. And they're sticking behind the boys at the end of the game. And I've been at a lot of football clubs where that's not going to be the case, irrelevant of the level that you're playing against. So, it's been a real enjoyable day. I'm gutted that we couldn't give a much better account of ourselves in the first half, but we'll take responsibility for that, not the players. It was on us, the way that we set up, and we move on now with real focus on Wednesday in the Kent Cup.
Brilliant. I mean, it's, Matt Corley touched on it there about the way we set up. It worked against Hungerford in the last round successfully. So was the thinking about something similar against a high-level team? What was the driving force behind that?
I think we just looked at the physicality of them, a little bit similar to Hungerford in terms of a different type of team. Hungerford a little bit more direct. These are more of a possession-based team. We just felt like if we started, which we did do in the first half, even in the first half, we went long, although we didn't set up to do that. We mixed the play up a little bit, and even when we went long, it didn't really stay there. So I think in the second half, when we changed it and changed the shape, we gave them a few more problems. But I think, could you argue we got it wrong in the first half? I think so. At the same time, I think the goals potentially would have come either way anyway. Because like Jamie said, I thought we started a little bit tentatively, a little bit nervously, with and without the ball. I don't think we were aggressive enough with and without the ball. But you've also got to give them credit. Like they start the game properly. They play with a real structure. They've got good individual players, obviously better than ours, understandably so, for the level that they're playing at. So I think, I take responsibility. Somebody who's setting the training up and looking at the structure of the team. You took the plaudits against Hungerford, and today not so. But at the same time, I think you've got to give great credit to them. And give them the plaudits, because ultimately they're 91 places above us in the pyramid. They're 4 leagues above us, and I think the players have given the club and themselves great credit, and they've come out with great credit. Like not just our fans, but their fans have clapped us off after the game, which is fantastic for the players to be able to come away with. And what it does do now is it sets a bar, I think, even in the second half, and also the running numbers that we would have done today will set the bar for the remainder of the season at step 5. And that is now, has to be, the be-all and end-all of our season in terms of what we achieved this year. All the competitions that we now play in, apart from this, are step 5. And we need to appear like we have in this competition, the best step 5 team in the country. We need to do the same now, week on week, and we can't come off of that. And I'm confident that a day like today helps for us to do that, as a club and as a team.
You said something earlier, Corley, about our character, and I think to get a team going in at half-time 5-0 down, and then coming out and putting in the effort and the work rate and the desire was incredible, really. And it just shows, I think, that we've been a really resilient team, getting results at the end of last season, and we've still got that core resilience, I think, in the team, which must make you very proud of the group.
Yeah, listen, there's no hiding the fact that if a team rolled over today, it could have been 10, 11, 12 goals. And that togetherness that got us the success last season, it showed today. And I was frustrated with some of the goals that we conceded. I don't think you can really say about the levels there. There was some individual mistakes, and I think it was a little bit sloppy and, as I say, a little bit nervy early on. But the message at half time was go and win the second half and make it respectable, because that has an impact on Wednesday, it has an impact next Saturday and the next few weeks as well. So for the levels that they delivered in the second half, I'm really proud. I'm proud of what they've shown today. On another day with a team that are not together with the same dynamics that we have, it could have been a bit of an embarrassing day for some. So listen, I've got nothing but positives to say to the boys. I said, get together, enjoy today. It's been a great experience. I know the scoreline isn't great, but it's been a great experience, this competition. We've showcased what we're capable of doing, but we now got to replicate that week on week in the league.
Yeah, and that brings us nicely on to brushing ourselves down and going again on Wednesday night in the Kent Cup against Holmesdale, and then we've obviously got games coming thick and fast through November, I think. So there's a lot to take from today, I think, and then how we move forward through the next coming months is going to be really important, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've said that to the players now. I think we've got an opportunity now to focus on our league games, which is always, we've never shied away from that. We've said it from the start in all the interviews. That is our main focus this year. No shying away from it whatsoever as a management team or a set of players. We need to achieve promotion this year. That's what we set out to do at the start. And hopefully days like today are going to aid that journey in terms of what we're doing and the learning that's taken place, and the togetherness that we've got. And the levels that we've reached in terms of performance in this competition, so we know that it's there within the group. There's not been one-offs. We've done it over a number of games, and I think the next 6 weeks, if you look at the fixtures, are massive for us in terms of going and playing teams in and around the top 5. If we can get results in them in the next 5 or 6 games, which will still lead us to the top end of the table with 4 or 5 games in hand, that's where we need to be come the end of November. So I think this is a really important 6 weeks for us now, and we need to make sure that we're sat in the top end of that division in 6 weeks' time. And if we can do that, then I think we're in a really, really strong place. But we are still 1 or 2 numbers light in terms of the group, because you're seeing that we've got 1 or 2 injuries, and we need to strengthen in that to get us through these next 6 weeks. It's a really important period now, but I think after today, I think we're confident in what we can achieve.
Guys, thanks for a great FA Cup journey. Unlucky today, and we look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.